Nvidia is the most powerful stock in the market right now, but that does not mean that you should just go out and blindly buy it. With markets running hot, what I call a yellow market, this is the time to protect your gains, not chase the return. So today, we're breaking down what makes Nvidia tick and how you can play it smart using covered calls or my juice lever strategy. Nvidia was founded in 1993 by a guy named Jensen Huang, H-U-A-N-G, and it didn't start with AI. It started with gaming graphics cards. I mean, I used to use these back in the day, and they were really good. Even the original ones were good. They were a little clunky back then, but so was everything else. They invented the GPU, the graphics processing unit, and now they power about 90% of all training workloads. They power the top supercomputers in the world. In fact, Elon Musk's AI, called Grok, uses Nvidia's chips. So they power the top supercomputers, and they're doing everything from ChatGPT to autonomous cars. And that's why Elon likes it so much. It's no longer a semiconductor company. It's now the infrastructure of intelligence is the way I like to look at it. Every time you use AI, every time you stream 4K or 8K, or you train a large model, you're probably touching on Nvidia-powered stuff. In Q2 of 2025, Nvidia reported over $40 billion in quarterly revenue, and that was a growth of over 250% year over year. It's kind of crazy. Over 70% of that came from data sales, thanks to what's going on in AI. And their gross margins, crazy, over 75%, thanks to high margin, high demand chips like the H100 and the Blackwell series. Now, Nvidia recently hit a $3.5 trillion market cap, briefly surpassing Apple and Microsoft, and now it's the most valuable company in the world. Yep, it's a huge juggernaut, but remember, even great companies don't go up forever. So you gotta be careful, you gotta be smart, and that's what we try to teach here. The bottom line here is markets have really rallied hard. This last couple of months has been crazy, and that means now is the time to shift into proceeding with caution. The market's turning yellow, and earnings euphoria is priced in, volatility is creeping in, and the Fed's rate path remains uncertain. As a stock, Nvidia's run up over like 80%. And while the long-term story is still intact, short-term risk is starting to become something that you really should consider. That's why smart investors are shifting from offense to defense using tools like covered calls or my juice lever strategy. How do you trade Nvidia in a smarter way than just buying it, holding it, and hope it keeps going up forever? Well, it may, but even stocks that go up forever end up having some ups and downs, right? So you got to be able to weather those things. So if you own shares of Nvidia, you can use covered calls. This is the perfect time to lock in a little bit of premium. You could sell a covered call above resistance, right? So let's say it's right now it's trading at about 172, 173. That's the all-time high. You can consider that it's resistant there. Like it doesn't want to go that much higher. In fact, there's not a lot of buyers that are going to continue to buy it because they're getting thin, right? They've already bought it all the way up. And so now the sellers start to come in, especially when we get a weaker market. And right now it's yellow, so we have a transitioning market. Could still go up, but we have a transitioning market. If you sell, say, the 175 calls, just slightly out of the money, and you know me, I'm an in-the-money guy, you could collect income while giving yourself some upside runway. But what if you want to protect yourself if the thing starts to come down, which the odds are now starting to favor that it could come down. I mean, RSI is high, and the Bollinger Bands are, it's at the upper edges of its Bollinger Band. And, the idea is that you want to protect if you've made money in Nvidia. Don't be jumping in right here at the highs. It's not the right time to do it. The right time to do it was about, 150, okay? And I've been talking about Nvidia all year, right? There was a time to buy it, and there was a time not to buy it. And both of those have happened this year. The idea is to collect a little income and also protect yourself on the way down. And that's why I think right now you can use an in-the-money strategy on Nvidia. You can go maybe to the 170s or the 167.50s, the 165s. And you can go deep enough to get that downside protection from the in-the-money amount, but still make a little bit of juice, which is the income, to kind of tide you over while we're waiting for the stock to make a little consolidation, which I think the probabilities are high that it will do that. The other idea is to use what I call a juice lever strategy. It's taking a covered call, like we just talked about, and marrying it with what I call a juicy put, basically a covered put. I put those two things and I call the juice lever. Now, if you think that Nvidia is going to kind of stay in a range, which there's a good chance it does, and it doesn't just drop and correct like crazy, or it doesn't go up and correct and go up like crazy, well, then you can lock in profits as you wait, right? And you can use synthetic basis with your puts and your calls, and you can sell premium on both the calls and the puts to be able to make money, okay? I don't want to get too deep in it, but the bottom line is you are trying to keep it in a range, okay? If you can stay in that range, you can just make money on this stock while you wait for it to go up, right? If indeed it stops going up, which I think it's gonna, right? I don't know, maybe you agree. It's an amazing company, and I want to be involved with it. I just don't want to have a ton of risk involved with staying with it. The idea is to collect the juice without trying to guess direction, and then you stay protected if things get bumpy. So listen, everybody wants to ride the big AI wave that's going on right now, and Nvidia is like the best pickaxe in this gold rush. But in a yellow market, your job is not to chase the good stocks. It's to compound your money, to protect your account, and to live to fight another day, right? Covered calls and juice levers are not just income strategies. They're your seatbelt to a speeding market, right? They kind of protect what you have going on. So don't just own Nvidia. Own it smart, right? Protect your downside. The best investors I've ever met and I've ever studied are all ones that have protected the downside first. And I've made mistakes too. That's why I'm trying to implore you to protect the downside, because you might be watching this video a month from now and go, gosh, Mark, I wish I'd have seen this video early. I would have been able to protect the downside. Maybe not. Who knows? The stock could go up. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know. Listen, if you want to know exactly how I set up trades like this, join my free trading at my website called cashflowmachine.io, or you could check out the juice lever strategy, or you could come join us down in Florida in September. We're having a pretty cool in-person event, and I'd love to see you there. But if you learned something today, like, comment, subscribe. I got tons more strategies coming your way. I hope this made sense. Don't just be out there blindly buying these stocks that are going crazy. Don't get FOMO. FOMO is what they want you to get. They want you to get sucked into like, oh, I'm going to miss it. Don't get sucked in. Please don't be emotional. Be smart with your trading. Stocks are going to go up and stocks are going to go down. This one, probably going up long term. But you know what? There's a time where it's going to be dropping, and you got to be ready. What if you could lock in reliable income every month, no matter what the market's doing? Most investors are gambling with their retirement, hoping things work out. But hope is not a strategy, and that's why I created the cash flow machine, a proven system that works in bull markets, bear markets, and everything in between. Join me live in Clearwater, Florida, September 26th through the 28th for a powerful 3-day event that will change the way you trade forever. It's called the Wealth Accelerator Live. It's 3 days to build your income machine and rewire your wealth mindset. Here's what I'm going to deliver to you. Lifetime access to my full elite trading course. It's a $2,997 value. A personal trading plan that you can use right away. Mastery of the juice calculator to engineer smarter trades. Hands-on sessions with real traders showing real income strategies. Behind the scenes tools we never teach online. Now, you'll be in a room with serious investors, people just like you who are scaling income and wealth with this repeatable system. And we're keeping it small and intimate. Spots are very limited and we will sell out. Grab your early bird ticket today and let's build your income machine together. Hey, it's Mark Yagi, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. That would be a great favor to me, and plus it helps me get this material out to a lot of other people that might need it. I've got a little bit of a movement going on here, and I want to try to change the world one person at a time, showing them that you can make safe, reliable income from the stock market. And plus it helps to grow the channel a little bit. Also, if you would give me a thumbs up on the video and like it, great. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, that's cool. But just tell me why you don't like it so I can get better. And then hit the notification bell so you can get these videos as soon as they come out, because a lot of times this is timely information and you want to get that information before it gets stale. The last thing is to join my free Insider Tips newsletter. There's a link below and you get everything in one spot. You get breaking news and analysis also. So that would be great if you could do that too. See you soon.